an atom bomb.
Hey guys, welcome to another Jams on One video. In today's video, it's going to be the top 10 cars I want to see in Forza Horizon 3. Now, this list can also be applied to Gran Turismo Sport, as I will mention a few cars in this video I will want to see in both games. But this list is primarily focusing on Horizon 3. A lot of these cars, I don't know for sure if they're already in the game, but correct me if I'm wrong. So anyway, starting off with our first pick at number 10. The Mitsubishi 2000 GT. Now, in Gran Turismo, this is one of my favorite JDM cars to drive around. I have several. I have the Japanese GTO, and I have the American 3000 GT. Depending on which country you're from, you call it either way. But I love this car. You know, it's amazing. You know, you can get a twin-turbo V6. And a lot of people who knew me back in the early days of Jams 1 knew I had a fixation with that car. I loved that car, but my dad refused to allow me to go look at them simply because they are really powerful cars, even without the turbos. So at number 9, we, of course, have the Ford Ranger. Now, this particular Ford Ranger, I know the new one, the trophy truck variant, is in the game, and it's pretty cool, but I'd love to take a street spec Ranger such as this one in this picture here and basically tune the heck out of it, because I want to be able to do stuff I couldn't do with a real Ranger in real life, you know, and make it a freaking drag truck with a wheelie build. That'd be freaking insane. I would love to see something like that in the near future for Horizon 3. So at number 8 is the VW W12 Nardo. Now, this picture is coming from Gran Turismo 6. The car is by far my favorite Volkswagen next to the Beetle ever produced. And a lot of people say, oh, you're a car guy, you shouldn't like the Beetle. Well, it's the history behind it. That's what I like. And the W12 is by far the best car they've come up with. It's got the Bentley W12. I think it is twin turbo in the car as well. It's named after the Nardo ring, which is really cool. So moving on to number 7, which we'll come across here in a second, is the all-new GTC4 Lusso. Now, I'm a big FF guy. I know a lot of people will say the FF is just stupid, but I think the FF was awesome. And this is, of course, the replacement for the GTC4 Lusso. And it is just, it takes what was built on the FF and just expands upon it. You know, it's a great car, four-wheel drive, 4RAMS system, four-wheel steering. You know, it's got everything you'll need. It's also got the performance and power to back it up. So, you know, it's just perfect for everything you need. And at the next one, I think is number 6. 6, yeah. This generation Silverado. Now the picture you're seeing right here is actually Ed Boom Headshot's Silverado. And I like this generation of Silverado due to its looks. I think it looks very just built for its time. I think out of the trucks built in the late 90s, this was definitely a contender for the best looking out of the group. Because the Rams kind of didn't have their signature styling until just a few years later, and I believe this would be a great truck to have in the game. The next car, of course, number 5, is the Lexus GS300, in particular this generation, because my grandmother had one. That's one reason. But the next reason is the power plant. Rear-wheel drive up front is a 2JZ. So if you haven't already guessed it, the Lexus GS300 is really just a 4-door Toyota Supra. For those who don't have the money to find a Supra anymore, because they're really rare, or who need extra space. So it's a perfect car for performance guys. Of course, I'd buy one. You give me the money, I'll take one off the streets, man. Come on. The next car, of course, number 4, is the DC2 Honda Integra. The Acura Integra, I know, is in the game. I've watched a lot of gameplays, and I've had little short glimpses at it, and no one buys them. Something's wrong with that. But the Honda version, I believe, is the better one because it does have the better looking front end. And I was trying as hard as I could to get my parents to buy me an Integra after the fail of 3000 GT and everything else I looked at. And if I did, I was going to change the front end of that. But anyway, moving on to the next car, we have the early 2000s Volkswagen New Beetle. I know what you're thinking. Holy crap, it is the most feminine car you can think of. And that's a very common stereotype, especially where I live. These cars are for women, not guys. However, I love these cars. I've loved the Beetle. You know, this is my favorite version of the Bug. I think it would be a great car to have the straight 5-cylinder from the Jettas or the V6s from the Golf R32s, stuff of that nature. That'd be an awesome car to run with on a drag lobby. It's ultimate sleeper. Now, number 2 is the 2014 Mustang V6. And I know what you're thinking. Holy crap, a V6 muscle car. Well, the reasoning behind this is, of course, it's not a muscle car. It's a sports car. Another reason, my dad has one. I think that gets priority points because it's a really cool car. I've driven it, and you know it's quick. I've never driven it really fast, but I'd love to see a V6 muscle car in the game that from the factory you can drive off whenever you feel like it. Of course, number one, you probably already guessed it, is my truck, the Ford Explorer Sport Trac XLS. I would love to have this in a modern racing game. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, it's the perfect blend of everything. You know, it's a Ford Explorer with a truck bed on the back. It's built to go off-roading at the same time, be kind of practical and haul stuff when you need to. Of course, hopefully, like I said, I'll be getting a battery because at the time, battery's still dead. But anyway, this would be an awesome truck to run with. You could run a Mustang V8 in the front of this thing and tear apart all. But anyway, that is what I want to see from Forza Horizon 3, courtesy to Car Throttle for the image. This is their picture I took, of course, off of Google. But yeah, anyway, this list can be applied to GT Sport, as I said, but mostly Horizon 3. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.